Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be
But
afraid.
every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fweet-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Adventures waiting for... It's a bop. That is a bop. Anyway, hello everyone. Greetings adventurers. Welcome to Nat 21 Adventures monthly Patreon Saints game Escape from Jarl Island. This is part 8 titled Near Enough But Still Adrift. Weird title. You'll find out why later. Thank you guys also for your patience. This is a rescheduled game from last time, so welcome. Thank you for jumping in. We are on part 8 of 12. So things are going to ramp up real quick here after tonight's game. It's getting very exciting. Previously on our adventure, since it's been a while, our party encountered a tavern thief named Sigrid on the terrifying Jarl Island who invited them to join her on her treasure hunt. They went in search of gold and, along with the riches, they found the remnants of a 50-year-old mystery. They learned of Jarl Hawk, murdered by his own right hand, named Ivar Hafson, sorry, stuttering. Amidst a great and a terrible mutiny. That's a big word for tonight. Hang on to that one. Then they discovered a hidden temple inhabited by a priestess whose fading memory brought some secrets of Jarl Hawk and his fiery-haired bride to light. Our players also came face to face with 3 stone giants who allowed them to gaze into their pool of time, and in a recent episode, our crew was joined by Decius, the son of shipwright Ravius, who was the sole keeper of the secret of Jarl Hawk's greatest weapon, Dragonfire. I'm saying some of these very slowly so that you catch up. You know where we're going. Okay. And most recently, our crew utterly wrecked the Brotherhood of the Fang members under Sheriff Toki's command and added that same sheriff to the infamous Pink Mist Club. Y'all exploded him. Yeah. Our adventurers have set sail yet again to continue their search for more gold and more answers to the mystery. But now, it is time to roll that beautiful, beautiful Nat 21 footage. It does occur to me that we should take the sheriff out of that intro, or at least cover him in pink mist. Anyway, I would like to bring our players in. All right, we're all full of surprises today. Hey, guys. All right,
Hello.
We got a kitty, and we've got a very familiar shawl happening over there.
This is my brand new. This is my cloak of charisma. This is what's got me up to 20 for my charisma.
That's
so I'm now casting spells at +8.
Nice.
I found this fur ball by the rocks near our last battle. Thought I might make it familiar.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I know this will never actually happen in person, but I want to take the real Sammy bird and put it on the cat's back and have them ride into battle together. That is fantastic. I love this. I'm seeing in the comments though, guys, there's at least 1 or 2 people that are new or new-ish. So welcome. This is our monthly Patreon Saints game. For those of you who are unaware, the top tier of our Patreon, the top level of Patreon, that top tier, does allow you access to play on Nat 21. There is a game specifically for Patreon supporters, and it's this game. And this game is awesome. And you get to play in Urt, which is our beautiful land of nonsense and revelry. And in, not so much in this game, but in other games and hopefully in future games, we were just talking about this, you will get to also interact with the main game as it is happening, or at least with some characters or events from that main game. So yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. Cool. So one of the other things, there's, for those of you who have been here before and are noticing that we are missing something or someone, there is a slight change going forward in our adventure. In the time between the last adventure, where, of course, the sheriff was blown into pink mist, kaboom, as they sailed further onward to their next destination, Puent was having some very strange dreams, dreams that one could even call visions. And that's exactly how he interpreted it. Being a very devout member of the Church of Jawsis, he actually envisioned his own God speaking to him directly in these visions, saying that there was some kind of ancient artifact, something full of wisdom and light, some tangible item that was going to be needed to help his friends not only survive this encounter, but be successful along their journey. So, imbued with the light and the faith of his god Jawsis, Puent hopped on a dinghy and sailed outward to complete this separate holy task. So hopefully he will be able to be successful. I don't know, but he has gone off on his own journey, leaving behind Argrax, Traylon, and I can hear some reverb, by the way, guys. And the rest of the NPCs who now are just piling up, doing nothing in the corner, like Argrax's absolute favorite, Sigrid. So anyway, yeah, that is about all I have for you guys. You are currently sailing through some craggy rocks, because remember, you are trying to get to that further destination that you never made it to because you had to explode somebody. Oh, yes. Quad Kevin, praise Jesus. Praise him.
And praise Traylon's Sea Hag.
Yes. Oh, that thing was terrifying.
She can come back anytime I want.
That is so
She may very well do that again.
Oh, no. Oh, God. All right. So as you navigate these craggy, sharp rocks along the coast, you have arrived pretty much at Putstone Island. It's called that because they're little put stones. These very, almost like a pumice stone. They stick out of the sea at odd angles. It is very hard to navigate through them, but you have a smallish ship. Sigrid, as much as she is useless, she does know how to navigate you through those. So there you go. You do see, as you're coming up, it is about sunset. It's not quite dark yet, but from your vantage point, you see kind of like a dark object, something that does not look like it's part of the shoreline, sort of right at the edge of the water as you're coming up on it.
What is that?
You want to roll a, I don't know, let's see, an investigation. Well, I guess you could investigate it. Or you can perceive it.
Yeah, just a perception check. How about that?
Yeah, that works.
Good note. 8.
Let's see. Let's see.
Don't get ahead of me, Nat.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Beverly was the name of our sea hag. I miss Beverly.
Like you said, it'll bring Beverly back for you.
She's horrifying.
Damn it.
Happy Halloween, everybody. All right, so we just have an 8. What do you did you roll a perception?
Since I'm on the road, I don't have physical stuff. I'm trying to get to my
No, you're good.
electronic.
You're totally fine.
There's a lot of tabs that I need to run with only a single screen. I don't have my full command center.
You're totally fine. Nat says she can roll for you, which is, listen, I'm not against it. However,
There we go.
Evelyn just teleported. That was fun. That was a weird thing to see on my screen. Meanwhile, just so you're aware,
Okay.
Sigrid has been driving. She's
Useless.
been sailing. She's useless with everything else, but she can navigate these stones, just so you're aware. She's doing okay. Kevin, you guys are dimension-dooring. And Decius, I bet you can guess what Decius has been doing this whole time. It's monologuing. Talking, not shutting up. All right, you got to roll for me?
13.
13. Okay.
Yes, 13.
So you see that it is, okay, that works. It is the hull of a great big brown and black ship, beached and belly up. And just for clarification, I couldn't really find an image of this. If you see the very top of that ship, instead of being just a little rectangle, it is shaped like a dragon with an actual crevice inside of its mouth as well. So there you go. You got this huge ship, belly up. And as you pull up alongside of it, you see that it is totally weathered, totally destroyed, and it's enormous. It's much bigger than the one by far. This is the kind of ship that has a second layer for people rowing it. Probably 20 people were rowing this thing at one point. So there's two levels to it.
Oh, seem to have found a little bit of wreckage here, Agrax.
Aye. We loot the ship.
Okay. It does have nostrils. You're absolutely right. So when you hop out of your boat, Sigrid is going to stay behind to sort of make sure that it's secure.
Of course she is.
The two of you, as well as Decius, are going to hop out and take a look. So it is absolutely shaped like a dragon. The whole ship itself, you can see now that you're out, the whole thing is meant to be a full dragon, with the head of it being at the front and the body of it sort of carved like scales. It's very intricately carved on the outside. And
You mean it looks like me?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. You found your doppelganger. Except this one is all sad and dead and decrepit. But there's still two layers. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, I'm not.
The name is sort of carved into the side. It's very faint at this point because it's been weathered, but you can still read it, and it says the Wolf's Pride. Yep. The head is kind of falling off. It's parts of it have fallen off, resting in the sand. But you do see inside of the head there is something sticking out of it. If you would like to roll an investigation, I can give you a little bit more on this one. See what you guys know about it.
It's better. A 10.
A 10? Okay. It's not an 8.
It's not an 8.
It's not an 8.
Okay. All right. There's the... All right. Investigation. Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay. What you do notice is that there is a metal tube, sort of like a pipe almost sticking out where part of the head is sort of cracked. And you do see that it leads downward into what would be the bottom, like the hull of the ship. So at this point, I'm assuming you guys are still on the outside, sort of looking in. It is sort of on its side, so if you were to walk up, you would be on the top deck, and then there's a second deck below that you could go into.
Well, let's go ahead and give it a shot. It's clearly been here a while. I don't suppose that there are any threats inside.
All right.
Maybe some near sea creatures.
Fair point. Decius, Sigrid is like, nah. Get ahead. Of course, useless. Decius is very, very interested. I will let you know. He's very interested in the dragon head and the carvings. He's going on and on about how, like, his people took up different symbols for each of their ships, and he's just, like, marveling at this thing. So he's going to stay up on the top deck and really take a closer look at all of the carvings, see if he can make anything out of them, see if he can learn anything more about the fact that this is one of Jarl Hawk's ships. So you two are going to, if you're going to that second level, you are going by yourselves. All right.
Decius, give us a shout if you see anything out of the ordinary approaching or anything like that.
I will do it. It is so beautiful. This here and that there. And oh, look at that one. Looks like a beautiful little lizard. Oh, no, it's another dragon. Let me see. So he's just off in his own world. All right. Do you both have... you can both see, right? It's all dark. You have dark vision?
No, but I do have. I've got.
No, but I had something that was doing that.
Okay, just so you know, it is extremely dark because this is completely covered. This part is not intact, but it is not because it's on its side, but it is still very, very dark to go down those little stairs into the second part, the bottom floor. Hull, ship turns.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision. That's always been a problem for me.
Yep, I also don't have dark vision, but I thought I was doing something about it, and I can't remember what it was.
Can't remember either. Or you could just, it's spooky season. You can just go in blind.
Oh, I've got my staff of stars, which provides me eternal light. Dim
Nice.
radius.
Nice. All right, so now you guys can see. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Blondie going blind. We'll be fine.
I will mute you in chat.
All right, so you can see.
He's already salty that I won this Cloak of Charisma.
That's true. All right. What you do see, everything is kind of busted up. I mean, it's all covered in sand. It's been there forever. You see on one side, the side where the dragon head was, there's like a scattered collection of like mechanical pieces, like crude pulleys and levers. There's also some pieces of canvas that were once attached to a wooden frame that are not attached anymore. They're pretty weathered away. You can't quite tell in this cacophony of items, this plethora of things, what on earth this was supposed to be at one point, but you do see both metal and wood and also some canvas. This was some kind of mechanical something. Why? Because they're in the dark in the second level of a ship with no idea what's in there with them? I don't know. Throw a lot.
How about we just throw a little detect magic just in case?
Okay. No. You don't see anything. I'm gonna just save you a roll. I'm just saving you a roll. I see what direction you're going in. I'm just saving you because I want you to see that this is all very much like a mundane thing. This is very much at least where you're, yeah. I mean, you can roll again at a different spot. I'm just saving you that same time.
I don't think it's so much a roll. Let me double check it. I'm pretty sure it's just like I feel magic near me kind of thing.
No. No. Good question. It is sundown. It is still light enough to see when you're on the deck above, but right now there's not enough light for it to be coming through those cracks and actually illuminating. So, and it will be getting dark very soon.
Yeah, for the next 10 minutes as I walk around, if there's a magic anything within 10 feet of me, including magical creatures, I would feel it.
Aha. Understood. Okay. So right now, no, good, but thank you for clarifying that. If you would like to continue, there is another side, or you can keep looking, whatever you know.
Yeah, I'll keep wandering around.
Okay. So farther on the other side below deck, you're kind of walking past those benches where you can see that people once were rowing on that second level. You also see a row of barrels on the far end. Some are completely on their side, totally open, totally empty. Some of them are still upright, or at least as upright as they can be. I think there are 6 of them. 5 of them, I'm sorry. 5 of them still remain upright. And then there's a couple broken ones on their side.
Let's check them out.
Okay. All right. You want to Okay, as you get closer, you see that 2 of them do not have lids on them. They're just upright. Those 2 are pretty much empty. One of them has like a dark film on it that something once was in there. The other one is just completely empty, and 3 of them are completely still sealed shut. There is no label of any kind on them that you can tell.
Sealed barrels usually contain things.
Could be rum.
Could be rum, could be gunpowder.
Could be a jar of dirt. Because Alan says it could be traps.
Ooh. A jar of dirt.
I'm going to come back to that in a minute here. I have something to say. I can't say it right now.
Yeah. Well, as long as no one mistakes our jar of dirt for a jar of drugs.
I mean, this is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. This is the tale. I can't do any more copyright claims. Could you imagine if Lonely Island sent us an email? Hey, we need you to stop singing our Jack Sparrow song. Thanks.
That means they watch.
It's true. Or YouTube told them, but All right.
Argrax, you got a crowbar or an axe or a sword or something to pry off these lids?
Let's see. I have my trident that I took from the Sahaugen. I have my favorite little handy small hand axe here that I took that used to belong to Swizzle the Goblin. Little bronze helmeted little prat. He got annihilated by some adventurers way back in Magecroft in the past. But it was a really shiny axe. I've got 3 of them.
Well, anyway, you can figure it out because the staff is not really going to do good at opening up a barrel. I have no sharp, edgy thingies. Those
that
might
works
work too.
All right.
I go to inspect the barrels.
Okay. If you get closer, you just see, from what you can tell, they're just
Is there any sort of writing on them?
You don't see any writing at all. Because even if there was something painted on them at this point, it probably would have been weathered off. Did you open one?
Yes.
All right. So the first one that you open contains dirt. No, sort of. It contains some kind of ash, some kind of thin, like burnt wood ash.
Interesting.
Is that all that's in there? Is there anything hidden
in that one? If you want to stick your arm in, this is why we check for traps, kids. No, not really. Could you imagine if there was like that was the mimic and it's like no, too easy.
I take my trident and I'll stick it in through to see if it pokes and hits anything solid.
Have ashed barrels. It's the bodies. It's the bodies. Burnt wood and not. Yeah. So no. Your trident does not hit. You guys all have the same idea. Your trident does not hit anything solid inside of it. If you want to inspect the ash, though, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. Why not? Because this is a large quantity of hash.
Yes. So if you go to sniff it, give me either perception or investigation, whichever you prefer. Because I'm assuming you're just going to give it a little sniff, see if it's people.
Let's see.
All right, maybe even a nature check.
Oh, you could. You absolutely could do a nature check.
What about Arcana? Because it could be used as a magical reagent.
You
As a
could try an
magical
Arcana,
person?
but just, you know what? Roll them all. I'll let you know what you know.
Well, I try to sniff some of it, and it goes right in my snout, and I am now sneezing and hacking off in a corner.
But while you're sneezing, you know what? Do a nature check. for
Okay,
me.
so Arcana comes to 22.
Okay. You do not recognize it
Perception.
as anything. What was perception?
9.
Okay. With Arcana, you don't recognize it as anything that would be used in any kind of ritual for any kind of magic or any component of any kind of magic item, magic sauce. It's a weird way of putting that. Did you do a nature check, Traylon?
Well, that was my critical fail.
You just, I thought you were just embellishing.
No.
You really just sneezed
Nope.
it everywhere.
No, I accidentally breathed it in, but I did further investigate it and got a 15.
That was so good. I totally lost that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So with a 15, you do notice that this is just an entire barrel, probably like pounds and 100 pounds at least of pine ash, burnt pine. But there are 2 more barrels. So. All
Next.
right. Are you doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This next barrel, when you open it, it lets out a foul odor. But you do see this is also a powdery substance. But it stinks. There's the body. It's pickles. No, it is not. It is not any kind of illicit substance, unless.
Oh,
Oh,
that is rank.
Mm-hmm.
oh. Well, let me
Smells
see
like
if I can
art.
figure out what it is. I've got a pretty good constitution.
That's true. Yes, it is. It is a whole barrel. It is a whole barrel of ibuprofen. Just what we all need.
Oh, let's see. I'll investigate it a little bit. It's that's another 15.
Okay. So yeah, it does actually smell like farts. I wasn't making that up. You do notice that this, in fact, is sulfur powder. It's sulfur. It smells like rotten eggs and farts.
Sulfur is definitely an ingredient in making lots of fun things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say pine ash is too.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, these might be ingredients for gunpowder.
There's a third barrel.
There's the third barrel. We should open it up.
Argrax is just suffering.
Okay.
No more.
All right, the next one.
All right, this next one, as you go to swipe it open, it actually like flies to the ground. It is, you're probably expecting it to be just as heavy as the other two. The others were totally full, probably weighed over 100 pounds. This one is shockingly extremely light. As you swipe it, it actually, not only does the lid come off, when it hits the ground, it bursts. You see that there is a false top to it. Or I guess a false bottom, and underneath there is a leather pouch sort of hidden under that false bottom now that you've kind of busted the barrel open. Wrong
Pick up the pouch, and we see what we got.
All right. So, and then I promise it'll get exciting. Oh, also, we have hit the moment where I should say, You're watching Nat 21 Adventures. This is our Patreon Saints game that happens monthly here on our channel. If you yourself would like to play in future Grand Saints games, please visit patreon.com/Nat21Adventures and you can join in the chaos. All right. I don't have a Metatron. That's me. All right. It's chicken nuggets. You guys are cracking me up. All right. You do see it as a small leather pouch. It's just sort of wrapped. It's not like zipped or buttoned closed. And there is a couple of sheets of paper in it. Badly weathered sheets of paper.
Treeland, bring your light over here. I need to see if there's anything written on this.
All right. You see that there are 3 pieces of paper. One is just a very tiny scrap of paper. And they look like what were once legible letters, but are now very, very weathered. There's only a little bit that you can read on each of them. So I'm actually going to throw this up on the screen. So everyone, let me get this off of here. So everyone watching at home can play along. The first letter that you see, it is addressed to Captain Stengen. You will remember Stengen is the captain of the Wolf's Pride, the ship that you are currently in. And it reads a couple of the only legible lines you can read. It says, "Near enough, but still adrift. And to build it requires more of you than you're willing to give." It continues. There's one more line that you can see. "Taking me for a fool was less than wise, but assuming I cannot sniff out a traitor may be the last mistake you'll ever make." And you can see that this letter was signed by Jarl Hawk. That second scrap of paper, it's really just a scrap of paper. This is written in a very different handwriting. This one says, "Now or never, my love. Hey." And that third scrap of paper, again, these are all so weathered. There's only a few lines you can make out of each of them. You see that this one is addressed to Ivar Hafsen. This is in a totally different script. All 3 of these are in 3 different handwritings. Some lines you can make out say, "This is no longer a game of cat and mouse, Ivar. We will strike, but you have the chance to decide where our blows land." It also says, "If you would only see reason and understand that you would be a catalyst for..." And then the paper is totally disintegrated on that side.
It appears there's a lot more that was going on back then.
It's like a soap opera.
Sounds like Jarl and Ivar weren't getting along too well.
Well, we knew there was troubles of some sort. That's why there was the bodies and the boy at the one island and all that. Oh, well, moving on.
We meet someone along the way with a name that started with an A. Racking my brain, trying to remember.
Oh no, did Brent have the notes?
Oh,
He just rode out to sea. I'm coming, Jawses. Well, unfortunately, it's all of this thinking that you're doing. It would be nice if you had time to do it, but suddenly, Traylon, since you have detect magic going on, something just set off your spidey sense there.
At least it's not his spider tingle.
Not your spidey tingle.
I would detect an aura of whatever it is in the direction that it is.
Yeah. So as you are detecting well, let me just say it this way. Right as this is happening, you hear Decius go, "Remember when you told me to yell? I'm yelling." It is coming from above you on that top deck.
Hey, he is more helpful than that broad.
I tap my staff to shillelagh and start heading back out.
All right. I don't know what it is about the comments today. You guys are making me lose it. It's so funny. All right. As you head up the stairs, you step out into the waning daylight, that little bit left, and you see your pal Decius's massive horns and his big nose ring glinting in the light, waving his staff around, brandishing it at the gaping maw of an enormous turtle-like creature about the size of the ship that you're on, blocking Decius's path to where Sigrid is, which is no longer on the ship, just laying prostrate in the sand on the other side of the ship, as though thrown off. So, there you go.
Could have happened to a nicer person. I mean,
you guys are gonna get married, watch. It's for the season 4. I say we roll a little initiative. What do you think?
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
all right. So
Initiative.
Okay.
18.
18.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't normally get initiatives like that.
Okay.
That's normally what I get.
What was that, Argox? I'm sorry, I missed your 4. Oof. All right.
oh, it was the 3 with my +1 for initiative.
Okay, so. All right. So, meanwhile, Decius is brandishing his staff. He sees you guys come up and he says, "I'll get the girl." And he sort of jumps off to potentially drag her off to a safe place to come rejoin you since you've taken over. So actually, Traylon, you are first. So let's get this going.
Is this a beast? This is a beast?
I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
Great. I shall cast. Huh?
Yeah.
The beast?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Just don't
shall
let it cross
cast
you.
Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And with the light of my staff, standing on the ship in the sun, say, "Oh, great sea creature, we do not mean you harm."
Oh, well, look at that. Speak. Yeah. The dragon turtle looks at you. Turtle dragon. It's a turtle dragon, not a dragon turtle. It's a little bit different. And it sort of looks at you, stomps its 2 feet down in a very menacing pose, shaking the ship that you're on. He says, "Puny, small one, 2 legs. You and your kind are enemy of me and my kind."
What are you, a Sith? It doesn't have to be this way. We come in peace. We are not your enemy.
Dude, he's got the high ground.
I do have the high ground. So, let me see. All right, you've got an auto success there, Traylon.
Oh.
So, yeah, you were given an auto success, but I was also given a nat 21. So, the turtle sort of looks at you and does understand, it seems, that you personally are not trying to do anything. However, it does not come down from its defensive stance. And it sort of speaks again, saying, "This, my home once. No, not my home. Your fault."
I sit and cross my staff. Take a much more passive posture.
Okay.
When were you driven from your home? This concerns me.
So he sort of looks looks like he's thinking about it, but does not remove that aggressive stance. It says, "You of the two legs, you take this place from me. You hunt my family. Now you and your kind must go."
They're still here?
"Left many years ago. But now you come back. Must go. Must leave. Or else I make you leave."
You know, I almost kind of heard that by some red bandana dude yesterday. Very, very similar words. Give me the armor or you died or something, you know.
Okay, I was like, wait. Yeah, there we go. Turtle jerky. That's so many turtles. Yeah, thank you. Poor turtle. I agree.
Poor turtle.
Poor turtle.
Yeah. I'd step up also now.
Yeah.
I take my trident, which is very obvious of a Sahaugen design, another aquatic species, and I just stick it point down into the deck to make it completely unoffensive.
Okay.
And I say to him, "Oh, great, dragon, turtle, dragon, whichever you identify as."
Yes.
As you can see, I am kin to you of sorts, being of the dragon family. I mean, we mean you no harm. If this is your home, then we shall leave. If there's a problem with your home, is there anything we may be able to do to help you for your home?
So,
and I give a low bow to him as well, too, to show reverence.
Do me a favor and roll a persuasion for me at this point.
Oh, boy. Persuade. Ooh, I like persuasion. That's charisma.
That's right. You got your... Because you have seen that he's sort of released a little bit. Like he's leaned back a little bit. But again...
That turns to be a 14. Rolled a 9. I needed plus 5 to make it 14.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm assuming that yeah, we'll just say Trailim. This is too good of a conversation. He's translating. We can all speak turtle, dragon, turtle, dragon. Turtle, dove.
It depends on what language it's speaking.
Turtle, duck. Actually, what language is it speaking?
Because if it's speaking Draconic, I'm sure he could just converse with it anyway.
So it speaks Aquan. It does actually speak Draconic. So let's just say it's speaking Draconic.
Oh, so all right, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're actually good.
Everyone gave me a plus 5.
There you go. All right. Cool.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm at 19.
All right. Yeah. So at that point, he is convinced that at least the two of you are probably not going to actively try to harm. But the thing that he's very much pricked up his little tiny, I guess he doesn't really have ears, but you can see that he got interested, is when you said if there is something wrong with your home. So he sort of glances back at the cave behind him and glances to you as well. And sorry, those guys, that they were his children. Donatello, no, they have nothing to do with each other.
No, because those were stupid people.
They were very stupid people. They were maybe the stupidest NPCs I've ever written in any game of my life, and that's saying something.
They were a good example of F around and find out.
They learned a lesson.
So
just once.
I made them find out, and then we left.
Yeah. The turtle sort of thinks for a moment, and he says, years ago, my home was taken, used by those two legs of your kind. Two legs no good. Take my home. Take my family from me. And now there is curse upon my home. So I curse Two Legs to leave forever. Go. All two legs go.
We are on a great quest to learn the history of these isles. And we have come a long way, and we would like to continue on our quest. But it sounds like you need our help. You have a curse. Maybe we can remove the curse.
You take curse. I go home.
Yes.
Go to cave. You take curse. I go home. You may stay.
Well, we will probably go too.
Good, good. At this, Theseus, in all his wisdom, comes bounding back up the deck, staff shaking above his head, going, I cannot rouse the girl. You have killed her. I will take my revenge, you big stupid turtle.
Argrax stares over, gives him a growl to freeze him in his tracks.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's just you.
Yeah. He sort of stops, looks at you, looks at the giant, terrifying turtle monster, looks at you. Says,
Decius, read the room.
okay, but that I think she did. So.
Well,
Okay,
she's no real loss.
I agree. This is an unhinged chat today, guys. Decius does put his staff down, but he's like seething because you're just cool with this giant thing that just killed, whether you liked her or not. I mean, that's part of your crew. Like,
it's protecting its home. She's scared. She startled it. There's more going on here. There's a curse. And if we lift its curse, we make it happy, and it will leave us be.
Okay, but it does it to one of you. I'm making a turtle soup, huh?
Yeah, good luck with it.
Yeah, Decius, you're the bouillon cube for that turtle soup.
Yeah, let's be honest here, buddy. If we thought this thing was a pushover, Agrax would be making turtle jerky right now.
Did you just call me beef bouillon? That's a not nice. That's a not nice. Well, you want to?
It may be no nice, but it is a yes true.
What are you gonna say? You think I'm a cow? You want to milk my wife, sir? Are those fighting words?
I'm a half a cow.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you who are new here, it occurs to me I did not describe Decius as a minotaur, so these jokes probably mean nothing. So yeah, I'm sorry. I think I have a picture of him somewhere still in here. Anyway, yes, help the turtle. All right. The turtle is not going to completely back down, especially being aggressed just like that. But he's not attacking. He's sort of still very wary because those of the two legs have done nothing but totally destroy his entire life at some point. You know, turtles can live to be a very long time. I think that you've probably reached a tentative understanding, at least at this point. As long as you succeed in what you're trying to do, I'll probably let you go. Turtle needs a mate again. Any volunteers? All right. So yes, the turtle does have its two front legs up on the ship. The cave is behind you, further onto the island, not very far. Sigrid is just over there, not doing anything.
We'll head over at least her way and at least tap her with the
Traylon.
staff, see if she's alive.
Traylon, check on Sigrid. I will learn more details about Curse from our new friend.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to start
So
with
while
Traylon.
Traylon goes check on Sigrid, I will be collecting what details the big guy is able to share.
All right, I'm going to start with Traylon. Traylon, you head over to her, and you're going to poke her with a stick.
I'm just gonna tap her and see if she's, is there breathing or responsiveness or anything?
Tap her harder.
You do see that she's still alive.
Darn, I'm not rid of
Not
her yet.
up, but she's still alive. You don't see anything. There's no like horrible like bitten chunks out of her brain or anything. So at this point, what are you gonna do? You know?
Oh, I guess I could pop a good berry or two in her mouth.
Okay.
Welcome to Goodberry. Bomb of the Goodberry. Would you like a Goodberry? Can you take your order?
Okay, yeah. If you want to give her a good berry or two, that would be extremely helpful. You do see she does revive a little. To the point where she's not quite conscious, but you can tell that she's probably going to be, if not okay, at least alive.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
at least she'll be alive. She got 2 hit points now. She'll be okay.
She's not having a good time, but she's alive, and that's what matters. Good job.
She'll get that short rest. She can burn a couple of healing dice. She'll be okay.
Yeah. And the main
Magnolia from the other night instead of Brittany.
Oh gosh, poor Brittany. Oh no, we need to have like a little videos of like the little like support groups that meet once a week on ERT. Like everyone's just like, one time I saw someone turn into pink mist. I escaped the banana assassin. That would be funny.
Yeah, but you also need to get Pax involved in that too, because Pax
Yes!
was also the patron for Brittany, destroyed by Varus. You need to get in touch with that man and get some stuff happening.
Pax's group therapy session videos. Oh my god. The turtle goes to leave and steps on her. Oops. He toss her in the empty barrel. You guys are so mean. You guys are so mean. Poor Sigrid. Not poor Sigrid. She's kind of a jerk. All right.
Go back and get some of that sulfur, make smelling salt.
Oh yeah, you could have. That would have worked.
Yeah, make some smelling salts of the sulfur, Traylon.
Argrax, what you are learning from all of this is basically at some point in the past, the turtle's home of that cave, he had a family of turtles that were living there, was violently cleared out by a group of 2 legs that came on these big ships, and they had been using it to do all kinds of business to use the caves. I will remind you guys that the last island that you were on, you did see that one of those caves was being used as like a war room. So this one was probably being used for something similar. The turtles did come back. Him and the remaining turtles that were alive did come back to try and stop them. And they had the leader, he was saying, the leader of this particular island, the 2 legs placed a curse, not just on his cave where he lived, but on the water within the cave. If that makes sense. Like, it's not just the cave, but the pool inside of it where he would be living. The curse is on that pool itself. Or the threat of the curse is there. So it was not a safe place for him to return to. That was sort of, they destroyed his home forever. So even if he defeated all the 2 legs, his home was unable to be inhabited. Call it IXII.
Okay.
2 legs is a lame pirate name. You're right. That's old Shortbeard over there. He keeps it well groomed.
I actually do have a pirate performer friend that his name is Two Toes.
That's fantastic. I love that. All right. Are you headed over into the cave?
Yes, we're going to head back. We're going to gather our capable party members.
Yeah,
And
Decius will come with you. Sigrid will not. Yeah, leave her on the sand with the turtle that tried to kill her. That'll be fun.
She's
All right.
too scared and useless to do anything that'll get in our way. So
That's true. She wouldn't fight it. You're totally right. All right. Before we go into this mysterious cursed cave, maybe it is a good time for some confession.
oh, this secret is completely useless. She can't stand the watch. She can't just stay on the ship. She has to get her ass knocked off the ship into the thing. But the good thing, found a new big dragon friend. And he's not going to eat us. Maybe he can help us. I don't know. We have to try to help him. Curses. Curses again.
I have no idea how we're going to get rid of this curse. But we didn't get eaten. But if we make this thing happy, this is a giant turtle thing. Like, this thing's pushing on the verge of becoming godhood. Maybe we find a new patron.
All right. Yeah, I have a conversation with the turtle was not anywhere in here. I'm so happy this is what we chose. I love it. Yeah, so you are currently watching, for those of you who have joined us, which I don't think there is anybody, but I'm going to say it anyway. You are watching Nat 21 Adventures monthly Patreon game. This is Escape from Jarl Island. We are going to be doing actually 2 of these in November and 2 of these in December for our big giant finale. Like I said, after this one, things are ramping up. I mean, we got a giant turtle. We're reading some letters. We're figuring things out. So we couldn't be bringing this to you every single month, sometimes twice a month, without you wonderful people, but also without our Patreon saints. That's right. If you would like to become part of Nat 21 Adventures as a Patreon subscriber, it's certainly a great time to check it out. Subscribers have access to bonus content, monthly contests with some great prizes. Sally, who was just on earlier, I don't know if she's still on, she just recently won for this last month prize a handwritten letter from GIF, and it's already halfway written, and it's all about pizza money. So poor Sally's like, I don't want it anymore. There's also great stuff like discounts on some of our merchandise, exclusive AMAs, Ask Me Anythings with some of your channel favorites. We do some trivia nights. There's some cool stuff there just for Patreon subscribers. And of course, like I said, games you can play right here set in Urt, like Jarl Island. You can go to patreon.com/nat21adventures to learn more. We also have mabsmobilemercantile.com. Yes, we are brought to you by our very own Mab, just Mab. Let's see. There's some really great stuff. Magnets, stickers, mugs, and more with incredible, hilarious imagery. And you can drop by the shop at mabsmobilemercantile.com. We are also brought to you by the New Orleans D&D tour that is this December. That's going to be from the 5th to the 9th. You can go to renadventures.com for more details. Also, it has been announced that the England tour, the England D&D tour, is for next year, 2024. I believe it's June, not July, but don't believe me, go figure that out for yourself. Go check that one out. That is going to be at Muncaster Castle, which is going to be amazing. You can also visit renadventures.com to find out more information on that and make sure that I'm correct that it's June and not July, because I know these things. A couple of other, so I don't forget everybody. We've got Whimsy Grotto. That is our beloved Kitty Chaos, has a fantastic merch site as well. I think I said this on the last one that I did here, but recently-ish on one of the crafting shows, she was making Oh, there's Little Empires. She was making they're like little frog earrings, and they were so cute and amazing. And she does sell them on her store. There it is, Whimsy Grotto. Thank you so much for posting that. Thank you, Argrex / Rev Tommy, our fantastic moderator. Yeah, so check it out. That shop is adorable. The things she makes are absolutely adorable. And yes, hey, look, Little Empires. Another one that I have. Thank you so much. Yes, dice trays, sticker sheets, scale buildings, all that kind of stuff. It is available on Etsy.com / Little Empires Gamecraft. They have some awesome stuff as well. I think these are the dice towers that both Mab and Kitty do use live. So check them out. They're fantastic. And did I miss anyone or anything? I think the only one that I'm missing is oh yeah, new dice alert. That's right. We have them in Druidic Green as well as a new purple color as well. And you can see these are special because the paint on them is also white. So they are fancy and special and new. You can get yours at nat21adventures.com. And all right, let's find out. Did I miss anything? Am I missing anyone? Am I missing anything? All right, sweet. Fantastic. So thank you. All right, the other thing that I must say is one of the reasons that we are able to do this every single month and keep shows here live on the channel. This is 2 of 3 live streams today. And that is all because of you. Yes, folks, it is thanks to your support and your viewership that we are able to bring you swashbuckling campaigns like this every single month, and starting next month, twice a month. So here's to each and every one of you. Let me bring everybody back in so that we can all huzzah. Huzzah! All right. I missed like every comment. I don't have a Metatron, but I do have a Rev Tommy, and that's just as good. All right. I missed so many of these. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, Yuki Dog Zombie, we love you. That's amazing. All right, cool.
You have another thing to do. Trick or treat, thingamajigger.
I almost forgot. Thank you. This is what happens when there might be vodka in my cup.
That's why I'm here.
It's trick or treat time. I'm like, no, I don't know. It looks like water. All right. It is trick or treat time. That's right, my friends. In the comments, it is spooky season. I'm probably the last one to even do the trick or treat this month. So I'm so excited. If you have not played this game yet live, let me just put myself up here. Then you're in for a trick or a treat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to tell you a trivia question. Feel free to Google. I can't stop you. The first person to put in the comments the correct answer is going to win, and you're either going to get a trick or a treat. Now, those of you who are on Patreon who were part of our AMA just last week know that the winner ended up getting a trick. So let's see if you guys can be luckier tonight. So again, I'm about to read you off a trivia question. I will see, give it like a minute or so, see who the first person is to put it correctly into the comments. And then we'll see who our winner is. Oh, and Kara said what a trick it was. Yeah. Oof. Sorry, Kara. All right. So our trivia question is, ready? Oh, I had it on the wrong page. All right. What was the original name for candy corn? When it was first released, it was not called candy corn. What was it called? I'll give you 1 minute. Thank you so much for reminding me. I would have like totally beefed this and not given out a trick or a treat. I've got an answer. Kara, Kara's like, I'm going to win this time again. Corn candy. Cactus majesty. That was funny. All right. Nasty things. Get out of here. All right. All right. So I do see. Oh, man. They both came in at the exact same time. Oof. Because it's showing up before yours on my... I'm going to have to give it to Red Tommy. It did come in first on my comment side, but 2 of them did come in at once. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you for playing. I am going to give our prize to our very own Rev Tommy. Woohoo! Hang on.
Is it a
Yes.
level? Do I level up?
Do you know what you
Do I
win?
level up? Did I win a level?
No, actually, you have won a treat tonight. It is not a trick. You are
So
going
it's a
to
level.
get...
Warlock 9.
No, you know what? I regret my decision. Kara, do you want another trick? No. You are going to get a treat. You are going to get a printable word search specifically for Jarl Island. So I will make sure I send that to you. I know. He keeps... You guys are going to fist fight when you see each other. I mean it. Kara's like, no, thank you. Just so you know, our trick that poor Kara got was a certificate that certifies her as a spooky boob. So sorry, Kara. But yes, you have won a word search, courtesy of Jarl Island, with all of your Jarl Island favorites. So there you go. All right. Oh, okay. So Blondie's getting some glass merch in exchange for that shawl. I know. We'll do another shawl. It'll happen. All right. We are wasting time. I want to make sure that we get into
cloak?
your lovely cloak. All right.
I said another cloak? I could use
another cloak?
I need one for the other shoulder.
I'll make sure they're complementary colors. All right. So yeah, I don't wanna take any more of your time. Thank you guys so much for joining us for playing Trick or Treat. I will tell you there is gonna be a holiday, not quite just like Trick or Treat, but there's gonna be another holiday promo thing that we're gonna be doing during December. So stay tuned. We'll give you information on that so you can have more fun and win more prizes. Sweet. All right. So my friends, you are traveling across the sand to the mouth of the cave. As you approach the cave, there is a symbol etched into the stone above the entrance. And it's pretty weathered. At some point, it did have some words on it. You definitely can't read those, but if you'd like to check, if you can try and figure out what the symbol was.
Let's see.
Oh, Mr. Comprehend Languages, I'm going to leave this one to you.
Yes, I'm checking to see if you can read all writing. I don't know if that actually, how that correlates for symbols.
I would say this one. The writing you could read if it wasn't totally weathered away. I mean, it is to the point where it's just a crevice at this point. But you do see that the symbol was once an intricately carved fang. And Traylon, that's a good question. Is your detect magic still up?
10 minutes. So
Yeah, probably.
We're
Very
probably
likely.
getting close to the end of that.
Yeah.
We had a quick conversation with the.
You had to go poke a dead body with a stick to make sure it wasn't a dead body. I understand. Took some time. You really worked hard to make sure she was okay.
Hard.
Tap, tap. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Who is
I'd have gone and dumped the ash out of the barrel.
fine. Who is going in first?
The
I
one
can
who has
wander in first with the light.
Okay. All right. As you enter, it's about 15 feet in to where you see the drop off into an illuminated chasm. So as you're walking in, there's only a little bit of walking space before you reach the end of the spot where you could walk. And you see that you're about 30 feet up above an illuminated pool. That chasm is full of water. It is one of those, it's almost like that rainbow pool that you saw before, those beautiful colors. It's glowing turquoise, reflecting these beautiful dancing lights upon your faces as you walk closer. And right at the end of that natural stone walkway, that entrance to the cave, you see just crudely tacked into the floor a wooden plank. It is basically a 2x4, if you can picture it, just extending crudely out over that 30-foot drop into the pool. And yes, that is where the sidewalk ends, Blondie. That's what happens. There's a curse.
So there's basically a diving board here down into the pool.
Could be. If you dive off it, anything's a diving board.
Probably more of a sacrificial shoving off the board plank, but yeah.
Yeah, 2x4 is not quite walkable. That's tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe I'm not very good at my construction items. Imagine something you could purchase at a Home Depot. Doesn't have to be like a 2x4, but like it's just a crude. It's not well constructed. It's like somebody ripped a board off of something and slapped it onto the ground. You know. Maybe not a two. I don't know. What does a 2x4 look like?
It's 2 inches thick by 4 inches wide.
Oh, I could make a joke.
That's what she said.
But I'm not gonna because you're gonna walk.
But that's what you said.
That's true. That's what I said. That is
That's what you said.
It's the kamikaze firefly say set it on fire. They do say that. You're not wrong. Yeah, set the plank on fire. That'll go well.
So big glimmering pool.
Yep.
And a plank.
Yep.
And I sense magic where?
How far does it's 10 feet around you?
30 feet.
30 feet? You're at the entrance of the cave. Not quite. You want to shuffle?
I'm going to walk right up to the edge looking down.
Okay, yeah. So about 30 feet down, you're getting a twinge of something. But even then, the surface of the water is 30 feet below you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you're getting.
It's just in the find it. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Is there anywhere that looks like a way to get down to that pool without jumping off the plank?
There is a very steep drop off on a very rocky, slick. I mean, you could try to climb down. You certainly could. It is going to be very slippery. You could throw a rope.
Yeah.
Or
like our
jump.
Rhetorical 50 feet of hempen rope. Yeah, we can find something to tie it to, hammer it to, and climb on down.
Actually,
huh?
Are you sure it's water?
Are we sure it's water? Well, that's what we're going to find out when we get closer.
It is turquoise. It is glowing turquoise. It looks watercolored. Imagine like one of those grotto pools that are like illuminated, like those cool grotto pools that people have. That's what I imagine. I couldn't find a good picture of something that would look like this. All right, so you're climbing down?
Yeah, we'll work our way down there carefully, slowly.
Okay.
See how close we can get. See what feelings come forward.
All right. As you get closer, you're just sensing something. You're getting lower. Nothing. It is 90s anime water. That is an excellent way to put it. Yes, it's turquoise. It's shimmery. Absolutely. Yeah. Climbing down a little bit at a time. You're feeling something, but again, you are definitely not close enough at this point to really get a feel for what it is. But once you have reached the surface of the water, nothing's really happened just yet. You do notice that the temperature has dropped as you've gotten closer, but not unexpectedly so. It's not like a crazy amount. You're not like frozen at this point. It's just gotten cold. You've descended toward water. But maybe it is a little colder than it should be. I don't know. Going in.
That's just
a familiar to explore this water for us.
You want me to explore the water?
What if we summon a familiar to explore the water for us?
Summon a familiar to explore the water. Mm-hmm.
No damage to us. You'd be able to see and hear exactly through its eyes.
I could do that. Or I could summon a water elemental.
Do whatever druidy thing you do. Do the druid.
Let's see. Am I lined up with familiar? Find familiar. Yes, I already have it. Oh, I just have that natively at the moment. So yes. Yep, I can summon familiar with one action, and
it takes much longer for me. I have to cast it as a ritual. That takes me at least an hour. You can do it.
I can do it in one action with no materials, which is the other nice thing about my version of Find Familiar. Because it normally costs 100 gold worth of stuff to summon a familiar. So let's see, what do we want? Definitely not a bat, not a spider, something that might swim. Rodents. Rodents swim pretty good.
There's the octopus.
Oh, that's right. Can make an octopus as a familiar. That's probably the one we want to use here.
There's actually several water creatures that are handy to have.
Seahorse.
Crab, frog, toad, octopus, poison, fish, quipper.
Oh
seahorse.
yeah, I'm looking through one. Let's go with octopus.
Octopus, I think, is handy because I think that has actually some other cool abilities as well.
Well, let me summon an octopus to the water and
Send in Johnson. Sorry, I'm laughing.
send in Johnson. And see what we can find out from our familiar friend who's going to go enjoy the water.
Okay. All right. So you're just bloop dropping in an octopus. Just boop, sending them in. All right, fantastic. So as the octopus hits the water, nothing of note happens. It is a little chilly. He notices. My question for your familiar, because I've never played as a druid, I'm trying to remember, is your familiar communicating linguistically or just through telepathy?
Telepathy.
Okay, so you can, if he's like, "Ooh, it's cold," he's sending that to you as he's going. Okay, I thought so, but I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, and I can.
He can actually see through his eyes.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, so you do notice that it's very chilly water, colder than you think it probably should be. But that's okay. It's an octopus. He's fine. He's going down. The water is very clear. You do see straight to the bottom of the pool, but the pool is very deep. He's going down. He's probably about another 20 feet at this point, still going down. You start to see 3 distinct rectangles at the bottom of this pool, and the water is sort of illuminated on its own, which is interesting. You're not really seeing a light source of any particular kind. Now he's down about 30-ish feet, maybe a little bit more, and you do see that there are 3 distinct rectangles, each with like a little round, what appears to be a ring of metal on the right side of each of them. And each one of them has a symbol. I'm going to pop this up here so everyone, like I said, can play along. Hang on one second. See if I can find it here. There it is. All right. There's a skull, a sword, and a dragon. So, about how long has your octopus been down in the water?
They swim pretty quick. A minute.
Okay. The temperature has increased the further down that he has gone. Almost suddenly, just a jolt of warmth while he is at the bottom of the pool.
So what's happening, Traylon?
It's very warm suddenly at the very bottom. There's a couple of rectangles back there. There's some kind of a metal ring on each one. One of them's got a symbol of a skull, one of them has a symbol of a sword, and one of them has a symbol of a dragon. It's doors.
Well, you think we should check out what's behind?
We could.
And by we, I mean the octopus.
The octopus can open a door. How big are these doors?
It's an
They're
octopus. It doesn't need to open a door.
episode calamari. Or as Desi's would say, calamad. Anyway, the doors are normal people-sized doors, maybe just slightly bigger. They're stone, but they have a metal handle. Like they were made specifically to be humanish doors.
Well, you want to try the sword? I don't know which door to open down here. These symbols must mean something. I wonder if we should explore around a little bit more and see if we find anything else other than the doors.
Well,
I will mention that the longer the octopus stays under the water, the warmer the water is getting. And this is not anymore like before. It was like somebody peed in the pool kind of warm. Now it's like bath water. Just throwing that out there.
Is the water at the top getting warm? I'll put my hand in it.
Nope, it's still ice cold where you are.
Still super cold up here.
Super cold.
Pick a door and let's see what can be seen.
All right, let's see if I can get this octopus to open the sword door.
Well, how watertight are these doors?
Yeah, so that was what I'm going to ask. How much strength does your octopus have?
Well, what's the gap around the door? Is there a gap around the door?
No, there isn't. It's going to be really hard to get this open.
Tiny octopus.
Its strength is like negligible.
Yeah, its strength is a boat.
Okay, the octopus is going to do its best to tug on the door. It's not going to do much, and it is really very solidly sealed, from what you can see. Your octopus does not have detect magic on it, correct? Just you?
I may cast a spell through my familiar.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead, dude.
At this point, I'm probably just going to need to go ahead and cast it again, but it definitely makes sense to do that. Restart it for another 10 minutes and let me feel out with that aura through the octopus.
Okay. Oh boy, does that feel like an enchantment? Oh boy, does that feel enchanted somewhere in the near vicinity, possibly downward.
Behind one of the doors, or further down, or
it comes out of all three. But the biggest sensation is coming from both the skull and the dragon door, more so than the sword door.
Sorry, Argrax, that octopus is definitely not going to be able to open these doors, but there's something powerfully magical behind the skull and the dragon door, and something else pretty magical behind that sword door. Okay. I think it's time we do a little water breathing.
Oh, yeah. Funny you should mention that because you taught me that ritual.
Yes.
As well as you can do it yourself, too.
Yes, but I don't have that spell memorized.
Oh.
I can cast it, but not today.
Well, you're in luck because 10 minutes in an action, poof, we can breathe underwater.
I'll bring that octopus back up here because it's getting a little warm and toasty down there near those doors.
As he finished checking out the entire area of the...
Yeah, if there's anything else he can see down there beside those doors.
Does that end with the doors? Is the doors the bottom?
The doors are definitely at the bottom, and it is not a very large pool. One thing, you know what? Can the octopus give a perception roll? Is that something that you'll make for the octopus? Because I would, There's a little more. I want to, yeah.
He does definitely have his own perception. Not that I couldn't just use my own. He's actually got a passive perception of 12.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said just to go with octopus, because I think octopus was also great for stealth and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Well, you know
he's
what?
got all kinds of fun little things.
Yeah. That's amazing. All right.
Yeah. So he rolled an 18 on perception.
Okay. You can tell through your fantastic magical little octopus who needs a name as well, and it's Beverly and her buddy octopus, yet to be named. He does see that
octopus in boots.
I'm gonna give him little boots.
8 of them.
The bottom of the pool was not part of the original rockwork. Something happened. The pool was once a lot bigger, wider, but this not false bottom, but the bottom of the pool was not always there. It's more man-made where the doors are.
Interesting. I guess we're going to have to get wet.
That's a sentence that's going in the clips.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Sigurd could be here.
She's done. You're good. It could be worse. She could be complaining the whole time.
All right. So I will be taking advantage of this opportunity, and I will start casting water breathing on me, Traylon, and Decius.
Okay.
Because we do have that Jabberjaw with us as well.
Does water breathing allow us to speak underwater?
The ability to breathe underwater until the spell ends. Affected creatures also retain their normal mode of respiration. So,
I mean, I want to see you guys do charades so bad. But I think your normal mode of respiration probably can speak. Even if you can't hear well, you can probably.
I'm just trying to figure out, will verbal components of spells work underwater?
Oh, that is an excellent question.
Because if I can't speak, I can't use spells with verbal components. I just don't know. We don't have any of those fun little items that allow us to talk to each other.
Well, you can breathe underwater. You can say
it.
Just because it's not legible, don't mean that you're not saying it.
I got it. While submerged, this is official. While submerged underwater and holding its breath, a creature can cast a spell that requires a verbal component with a casting time of a reaction, bonus action, or action. But after casting the spell, if you don't have breathe underwater, it immediately runs out of breath.
So you can scream into the water. It's not that anybody has to understand what's coming out of your mouth. As long as it comes out of your mouth, magic works.
It does. So
You're
there you go.
Bubbles.
That was a great question. I've never thought that before, and we all had to look it up. There you go. See, This is an educational channel, everybody. NPR, you're already half sponsoring us. Just want to go all the way. I'm not sure he doesn't work there anymore.
Good, because that's a very important thing down here. I'll pace around while he's. I guess I can't pace because I'm just kind of hanging onto a rope near the water, right?
Yeah,
he's
you guys are
cast this ritual.
Yeah. And I will also mention, just because you brought it up earlier, from your vantage point, dangling over the glowing water, there is nothing that you see that looks interesting or out of place. It is just cave walls and water at this point. You going in? You need a cannonball? Swan dive? Going backwards? Lipton tea plunge.
Cow flop. So I guess when the ritual is done, we'll head into the water.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Your octopus is still in there, correct?
Oh yeah, he'll stick
How
around
long
for
does-
about 2 hours.
How long does the ritual take?
10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. About halfway through your ritual, that octopus is swimming to the surface. It is getting so uncomfortably hot. It is like if you put a hot tub to the max and then just kept adding boiling teapots of water. The further up it swims, the more
Calamari.
yeah. The more comfortable it gets. But he's coming back up to the surface because he's not enjoying the temperature right now.
Yeah, no, he can definitely freely come back up.
Okay.
All right. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Ooh.
I like that for an octopus name. Octopus Fred. Freddy 8 feet. Freddy got tentacled. Oh, wait.
That's what you said.
That is what I said. You're not wrong. Oh, boy. All right.
We'll start
so let's-
swimming down.
Yep. As you jump in, you guys do notice the water is not as cold as it was when you first put your hand in. And I don't know what your swim speed is, but I'm just going to take a wild guess that you're going to swim down relatively quickly. As you're going down, you do feel it is not unbearable, but boy, is it uncomfortably hot. It is hotter now than it was when your octopus first swam down. It's definitely getting hotter by the minute.
Well, let's get down here. I point at the dragon door. Give him a thumbs up. I don't know. Is he frozen? We lost Tommy.
Oh, there he
there
is.
he goes.
It's not a little garbled.
Yep.
All right.
Well, when we swim down near the door, I point at the dragon door and give you a thumbs up, like, let's open that one.
We grab the door and we open it up.
What is your strength combined? Just about? Give me a strength check. It's an airtight heavy door. I just want to make sure you can yank it in one go.
Well, I can aid him and give him a +5.
Okay.
My strength is terrible, but I can always provide aid.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to give a strength roll. Oh, and that is the room. That is a crit.
Wait, crit fail or crit success?
Oh no, that is the crit. That is the good crit.
Yes. All right. So, and with your +5, I'm assuming what is that?
Oh, that's just standard aid. Anybody doing an ability check, you can always aid them and give them a boost.
Amazing. So,
Yeah.
Argrax, you take your big dragony hand, you yank open the door, it flies off of its stone hinges, and how do I describe this? Up shoots a
With words.
geyser of boiling hot water, as if from inside a volcano of sorts. Upon releasing this geyser of boiling water, the water around you goes from unbearably hot to actively scalding, and then it begins to boil as well. So, My friends, please.
Reaction, absorb
give me a
elements.
roll. What was that?
Reaction, absorb elements.
Okay. Yeah, how do you feel now, Kevin? You're gonna boil them. You guys were kidding about the soup. I wasn't. Dragons are hot. Let's open the hot door. All right. All right. So that means Argrax. I'm gonna see if you can give me a roll here because I want to see if you take any damage from that boiling. You guys are like lobsters.
All right. So, what type of roll am I making here?
Oh, good question. How about a Constitution save for me, please? I got some chicken. Throwing some shrimp. Making gumbo.
How's 15?
Okay, so 15, you are going to just take 1d4 of heat damage.
And I resist the heat damage. I don't wipe it away, but I resist it. And at least I have the ability to repel it back at something later.
So Argrax, that's going to be 2.
So how much is that D4?
Hang on. So that was 2. And that's 1.
Just 1 for me?
That's, hang on, I'm confused. 2 for Argrax. And then Traylin, you said you resist it, but you don't.
I resist it.
So you're totally.
No, it's half damage to me.
It's half. Oh, you are. Okay. Because I rolled 2 twice and I wanted to make sure I just did that right. Sorry, I got lost. All right. All right. Argrax, with your beautiful nat 21, you have ripped the door off the hinges. Oh boy. Blondie. It's really it's payback from the You guys are unhinged today. I mean it. Just like the door.
So
Or you could try another door. Whoa! What? I'm having a fight.
Cancels out.
Okay, I'll stick with the 1 damage.
What? Okay, no. All right. So you are actively boiling. The door is shooting boiling water out, but it's not just boiling water itself. It's got to have some kind of property to it because it is making the rest of the water match its temperature.
Can I use identify on water?
Sure.
I'm touching it?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I need a mug or something that says, well, you can certainly try.
If only you knew a mab that could make mugs.
You know? Okay. Jeez. This is so funny. You guys are making me laugh.
Oh, hey, speaking of, there is a mab.
There is a map. There's a map. I think all the DMs, including yourself, need mugs that say, well, you can certainly try. And that'll be great. That's my official request. So identify, yeah, I mean, it's just water. But it's got some arcane energy about it. The water itself is literally just boiling water from what you can tell. Your detect magic is still going, Traylon, right?
No, it would have expired while we were waiting for Argrax to cast his spell.
Okay. Yeah, it's not the water specifically. I mean, I'll just phrase it that way. Water is water. It's not type of water. You guys are gonna have to roll again for more damage the longer you leave this open.
Well, he ripped the doors off of it.
Sure did. So you can either go back up or you can try another door.
Yeah. I think we should.
I'll grab another door.
Door.
Which
Grab
door?
the one next to it.
The one immediately next to it is the. Hang on, let me look at the picture here.
And while he's doing that,
Sword door. Yes.
while he's doing that, I am going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So
Door.
for the next minute, as a bonus action on my turn, I can heal anything within 30 feet for 2d6.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to feel the pain of the burn, but we're not going to die from it.
Okay, because your octopus is still in here too, right?
He's up where, he's going to have to
The
figure
whole-
out how to get away from this heat.
He can probably just climb the rope at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next door actually is the sword door. So Argrax, if you're going to the door right in the middle, that is the sword door. Are you pulling that one open?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you open that door, Traylon, how close are you to Argrax? Also, you have a nat 21 Argrax, so you're going to succeed in this too.
I'm probably going to be within 10 feet of the tops.
Ooh,
Fantastic. Yes, you do.
I see
All
it
right.
now.
So Argrax and Traylon, both being within about 15 feet of each other, as you Argrax rip that door open, just like the other one, toss it aside in a majestic display.
This time, I don't throw it all the way across the room. I keep
Fair.
it handy just in case, because
Fair. Guys are swords. Oh, that would be funny. Actually, what happens is both Argrax and Traylon, you get sucked into an air chasm, sort of like a vacuum chamber, and I need you to roll a. Let's do a dexterity to see if you land on your feet.
a what?
A chasm, a vacuum chasm
Mm-hmm.
of air, like an air pocket. On the other side of that door, it sucks you guys in, and you are going to fall into what looks almost like an oubliette, let's say.
Dirty 21.
Okay, so you're going to land on your feet. Creating a fine pink mist.
That's going to be a 16 for me.
Okay, so you are also not going to land very gracefully, but you are not going to get injured on this stumble into the air-filled vacuum chamber. I'm just going to say that the that poor octopus has absolutely climbed ropes, so he doesn't have to be a part of this. All right. It is a dark, small, round stone room. Like I said, kind of think like an oubliette, little cell, like a prison cell. And there is a hard object on the floor beside you. It's very dark. If your staff is still lit, you can see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You found a treasure chest. Yeah. Yep. And this one is marked Pride, interesting enough. Just like the ship we have outside.
What's this one marked as?
Pride? Did I say that
Pride.
right? Yep. That is the right one. Okay.
Open it.
If you open it up, you see, surprise, surprise, a whole bunch of treasure. You've got gold, silver, necklaces. I've got it all specifically here to send you guys. There's also a map, much like the other ones. However, this one is completely unlabeled. It's just
Completely what?
unlabeled. It's just dotted line from this island to the next one. No identifying names, just a little compass rose and the dotted line. So it doesn't really tell you exactly where you're going.
Pack it all up.
Okay. Some cool stuff in there. I'll give you more details later, unless you really, really want to know.
Yep. Well, I'll put it in the backpack and.
Well, it's all good. I'll get stashed into my bag of holding. That way, we ain't got to worry about the weight and stuff like that.
The weight. Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
And then we have to figure out how to get out of the oubliette.
It is not very deep down. You are breathing normal air. You can actually see the water above you as it boils.
You mean the water is not coming into here?
It is not. You were soaking wet into an air chasm with no water coming in at you.
Well, back into the boiling water for a moment. You want to hit the other door when we rush out and see what's behind it?
Yes, because we need to clear whatever the problem is inside this cave.
Yep, we do.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Since the dragon one, well, we don't know what's going on with that yet. This one has where the treasure is, and now that has been removed from the situation. The skull one, that could be where the bad juju's is.
Yeah.
By the way, you're healed for 2d6.
Oh, good. Because I was just going to make you guys roll again to see how badly this boiling water gets you this time.
Well, I only took just 2 damage.
I can do one or the other of us each round. So we'll just keep rotating it. But
okay.
Yeah.
That works. All right. So if you are headed back out, really, it is not that high up. You can probably just clamber up and get back into that water. Because again, you only fell 10 feet. So back in that boiling, terrible water. Ouch, ouch, ouch. There is one door left open. It does have the skull on it, so you're gonna have to pry that one open. Let's see if we get another 21 there. 3 doors.
All right, and let's see. We're gonna get this last row here.
I'll get in there and
as soon as this page loads.
help
back
him
up
rip
again.
on it just in case. Give him that +5 aid.
And that's where we end our campaign. Thank you for joining us. What's inside? It's the Reaper's Bachelor.
Animal handling check was a 19.
Okay. You definitely open that door. There you go. So Argrax, your hand was the one on the door. As you open the door, you feel sort of this heat, sort of almost feels like a push to the chest. And you sort of have this, you feel this wave of like, speaking of your lovely shawl, this wave of like pride come over you, perhaps. Like you're feeling extra charismatic. And you just sort of, it's not like you feel invincible, but you definitely felt something hit you that makes you feel like $1,000,000, like you can take on the world and everything will be fine. And you're just great. You're the best. Everything's great. This isn't really affecting your behavior or anything. I'm just explaining sort of the feeling you're getting. It's not like, you know what I mean? Okay. You also see floating up as you open that door, a little, it's not quite a bottle, it's more like a vial. It's got a little rolled up piece of paper and a cork.
Yoink.
All right. You got it. That's about all that happens. And the water is very hot. It ouches. Oh boy, does it burn.
What's the
Sweet.
temperature of the water from the skull?
It's just the same.
It's all same.
No change. Ouch.
All right.
Ouch, ouch, hot. No hotter, like it's not producing heat like the dragon door. It's hot. Ouch, ouch.
All right. And up we go.
All right. Swimming to the top, it does not get any cooler. This whole thing is just a boiling, your lobster's in a pot. As you come out of the water, climbing back up that rope, getting relief from all of the heat. It is now night outside, so it's a lot cooler than it was earlier. Nothing of note seems to be happening at the surface compared to when you went in.
All right, time to open up and read the paper.
All right. So, that particular little vial has a little piece of paper in it, and it says, "Congratulations, you have interfered, and now you have received the curse of Jarl Dofrey." And for clarity's sake, this is written in a handwriting that you do not recognize from any of the other letters. Just throwing that out there in case that was something you were going to ask. And to undo the curse, you must sacrifice something you hold dear. Sacrifice it to Jarl Dofrey by casting it into the ocean, where her spirit will receive it. Now, this is a little clarity to you guys as well, just so you know how this works. What you felt was this extreme amount of pride, hubris, actually, is a really good way of putting it. Once a day, Argrax, you can roll a nat 21 on charisma in order to influence any sentient being. Congratulations. But anytime you use this ability, however, you make one person who liked you hold a serious grudge against you. They will do everything in their power to harm you and harm your plans while keeping up the facade of being good friends. This will last the full 24 hours if you claim it for the nat 21 on charisma. I just wanted to share that with you because I did this way before the Varus death arc, the evil goth arc, and now I'm thinking that's just what happened to Varus. It was like, oh sweet, I can get charisma roll, and Varus was like, oh, I'm gonna destroy GIF. Oh boy. So yes, Argrax, you are cursed. If you want to undo it, you can sacrifice something you hold dear to Jarl Dofrey by casting it into the ocean to her. But yeah, there you go.
So as this is all going on and all that, do I perceive that this is what has caused this curse in the dragon turtle's home?
Yes, all of this information is coming. Like you know this information just by being the recipient of the curse. You can feel that this is exactly. Apparently, Jarl Dofrey was the one who said it, and just it's a curse upon your pool of water in your home. Anybody who goes in is gonna.
All right, so I'm going to do my part and banish and negate this curse. I'm going to take my Book of Shadows.
Okay.
And I'm going to yeet that out into the ocean.
Okay. Are you making it clear that it's for Jarl Dofrey?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, your Book of Shadows? Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna work. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, I really like this hat. No, you went right. Sorry, man.
Don't worry. Don't worry. This is very big brain.
Okay. So by offering up this Book of Shadows, which is a big deal, to the spirit of Jarl Dofrey, you feel not only that that pressure, that punch that you felt to your chest, you feel the relief from that. Your shoulders slump a little bit because you're like, oh, maybe I'm not that cool. I mean, I'm great, but like wherever that pride was, it just left. And there is a crack of thunder, a giant flash of lightning, and you no longer hear the bubbling of the water behind you. You no longer see the glow from that turquoise pool from the cave behind you. All that is sort of quietly faded back to normalcy. Wow, I'm shocked that's what you threw. That's awesome. Bro. I thought you were going to throw Sigrid. Take her.
He does not
I
hold
don't
that
have
gear.
Sigrid gear. It wouldn't work.
Meanwhile, the turtle has seen you do all of this. Is like stunned that the two legs are actually doing something to help. You sort of see him step away from his very defensive position, saunter over to you guys very slowly, cautiously. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading that. The turtle sort of looks at you, and is he still able to communicate with you, or do you have to cast that again?
Well, we both have draconic, so
That's right. That's right.
We can just talk to him.
I also, well, actually, normally I would have speak with animals, but at the moment I do not have speak with animals.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I can't cast that ritual at the moment.
Okay, that's fine. If you're
Because
speaking,
I don't have my book to cast
Gotcha.
my rituals right now.
You're fine. All right. So he basically sort of bows his head to you a little and just says, "You took curse. You made sacrifice. I go back home. You welcome back in my home. Thank you." He sort of cautiously goes toward the cave, and you can tell he hasn't been there in a very long time. He's just cautiously excited to be going back into the cave where his home once was. Decius is still looking at carvings, totally oblivious to the fact that you've been gone that long. Sigrid is sitting up and awake, so she's not. She didn't die. Thanks for helping her. Anything else that you guys would like to accomplish here?
Was there any missing items that we did not have a chance to find on the Pride of the Wolf because the turtle dragon came and interrupted us? Mm-hmm. If there's anything that Decius has found and identified, we'll go ahead and collect all of those items at this point now that we are free to come and go as we please.
Fantastic. All right. One thing that Decius did notice, he's not totally useless. He's just very annoying. He did notice, because of his knowledge as a shipwright, and from knowing from where his dad was the one who was the shipwright for the wolf pack, he did notice that mechanical thing that was at the front of the ship that you guys couldn't quite figure out what it was supposed to be. He's pretty sure that they're rudimentary bellows. You know, like the thing in like the old like Ebenezer Scrooge, and he's like fanning the fire with like the bellows. Something similar to that. That's where the canvas
that could be used for like the dragon fire stuff that's in my book that I have tucked away.
I don't know. Could be. But it's completely destroyed. There's like no salvaging any bits of it at this point, really. But it just the way that everything was placed kind of looks like it could be.
Anyone got any mend?
Oh wow, you'd have to roll real high for that to go back together. Woo.
Hey,
all right.
If that means Traylin's gotta hate me for a day, then so be it. I got that 21, right?
Oh boy. All right. I think that since you guys have figured out how to get out of here, I was so ready for turtle jerky. I can't even describe to you how much this was a surprise to me today. I was certain there'd be turtle jerky. I think it is a wonderful time to do just a couple of confessions.
Yes. When one has a chance to go up against a gargantuan turtle dragon, one talks. You don't fight. Also, magical being and all, getting rid of curse, that was easy. So I don't have a book of shadows. Okay. In 1 hour, I can have a new one. Just takes me a ritual when I lose my book of shadows, and I can get a new one. So No real long-term loss for me. 1
Aw.
hour, I get my book back.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's nice to help something ancient once in a while and get loot. Loot is nice. We're almost done with this quest. We have one more aisle. We just need to find it. And then we can be rid of Miss Useless.
Ow! I didn't me and it hurt. That's it. She didn't need a confession. I felt the need to do that. All right, friends. Thank you so much, everyone, once again for joining us. I know it was a different day and a different time. Thank you so much for being here. We would like to remind you that we do have shows Monday through Friday every week here on the channel. Be sure to check out our exciting adventures. I think some people have signed on already in anticipation of Gothic Horror Gaming. This is exciting. I will also be doing my best to sign on Gothic Horror. I'm very excited for their new season. Yeah, until next time, anything you guys want to say before we jump off, or are we just peeking out for the evening?
Well, I'm finishing up my last weekend that I am down at the Texas Renaissance Festival, glass blowing here. I get to go back home again another few days, so that'll be nice to be home again.
Yay! All right.
And
I'm
I
also
had
very glad
Quad Kevin has visited me here this season.
nice. Awesome.
Yeah, we had a nice weekend at the Carolina Fair this weekend and took some nice people out to dinner, met some Nat 21 folks, and we're going back on the 4th for Pirate Weekend. If anybody's up there on Saturday at CRF, reach out, let us know.
And maybe Prue won't be sick this time.
Maybe Prue won't be sick.
I know.
We did get to hear her sing on Saturday. She was sick on Sunday.
Oh, well, hey, okay. She'll be back. She'll be back. She was taking care of herself this week, so that was good. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Please stick around for Gothic Horror Gaming. It's going to be amazing. As always, you are all wonderful, and we do genuinely appreciate you, Patreons and otherwise. Everyone is... You are the reason we do this, and you are the reason we are here every single day, pretty much. So thank you all so much. And remember, on a regular 20, just won't do. You need an octopus familiar. Have a great night, everybody.